Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of PhotoBiz Live. This is Danny from the PhotoBiz team, and today we're going to be joined by Raul from our passionate support team, and he is going to be showing you guys, as you can see here, how to sell packages and products with the new PhotoBiz Store. So Raul's been part of our passionate support team for quite some time, and he has a lot of experience with our brand new store product that we have, and he's going to be showing you how to really, this is more of a webinar on how to organize it and how to set up the store properly to sell products. So he's going to jump right into it in just a moment here. In addition to getting the opportunity to learn from Raul today in today's webinar, we're going to have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions, you can submit them using the chat tool, and they're going to be answered at the end of the presentation. You can also join in the discussion on Twitter by using the hashtag #PhotoBizLive. So if at any point during today's webinar you have any difficulty at all hearing Raul, myself, or seeing the slides, just use the comment box and drop us a note and we can do our best to troubleshoot you. We're also going to be recording the webinar today, and it's going to be available for replay on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/photobiz. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Raul and let him get started on today's presentation.
Hello, PhotoBizers. This is Raul. Thanks so much for accompanying us in this webinar. I'm really happy to be here with you guys. So as Danny had mentioned, I'm just going to go through the PhotoBiz Store. Specifically, we're going to talk about the products and packages, particularly packages, because it seems to be one of those areas of concerns for some of our photographer clients. So we're going to talk about both. We're going to talk about really more about how to organize it and different ways that you can lay out the store to kind of fit your needs. As for some of you who already have the store, you may already be familiar with it, or if you haven't and you haven't played around with it, the store is basically our e-commerce solution that we offer. For those of you who are interested in the store, I think this webinar would be a good a starter point for you as well. Is that basically with the store, you can pretty much sell any kind of prints, services, products, and packages, as well as you can sell gift cards, run campaigns and coupons. You can create invoices for your clients. And the biggest thing that separates us between between our competitors is that with the PhotoBiz Store, we don't take any commissions of your sales whatsoever. So you have complete control over what it is that you want to sell, when you want to sell it, with what pricing, and without being affected with commissions at the end of the sale. Some examples, as I had mentioned, we're going to concentrate more about the products and packages section of the store. Some examples of the products that you can sell, and these are just some examples, but you can sell pretty much anything with the store is, for example, picture frames, which is the majority of our clients are photographers, albums, gallery wraps. If you're not a photographer, if you wanted to sell something else, you can sell, like, for example, jewelry, like books, ebooks, CDs, pretty much anything with the store. So what we're gonna go ahead and dive into how to organize the store. So if we you log into your control panel. So this is my demo account. So this is what you see as soon as you log in. So if you go to your store and you click View Site, it's going to display you what the store looks like. And as many of you already might know, basically when you purchase a store, it comes with 6 different pages, which are your events page, where clients would go in and view their particular images that you uploaded for them. The products page, where you can have all of the products organized. In this case, I already got kind of preloaded some of them. So albums, frames, gallery wraps, print sets, and then packages. You know what packages are. Services is basically anything that's not physical. It works the same way as products does, but it's like in a different category. So it'd be like session fees. Any kind of service that you might provide that you can charge for, you can put in a title, a description. So that's really the main reason we're not talking about services, is because if you can build a product, you can pretty much build a service. It's just in a different section. Gift cards, pretty straightforward. Gift cards, invoices, you just create invoices for your clients where they can sign in, pay the invoice and all that kind of stuff. So if we go into the product section of your store, so you will go to Marketplace and click on Products. And here I categorize the products that I have in the store in 4 different categories. I have albums, frames, gallery wraps, and print sets. On the albums, I only have one album uploaded. I have in frames, I have one. Gallery wraps, I have two. Print sets, I only have one print set. Um, so on the front end, how it displays, you can control that through your site builder section of your control panel. So right now, as you can see, if I click on products, it displays the 4 different categories, and then according to what category you go to, it takes you to those products that are inside that category. So if you didn't like this layout, if you wanted to have like different layouts, if you go into your site builder, which the Site Builder tab on your control panel is basically everything on the front end. So if you're worried about, or if you're looking for the templates, how to change the color schemes, where to upload your logo, where to put your Facebook and Twitter icons, all of that header section, all of that is under the Site Builder. The Store tab is everything on the back end. So this is where you add your print sizes, your products, your services. You add the events for your clients, mess with the pricing, mess with the merchants, with shipping, all of that kind of stuff. So if you wanted to look at different layouts for the products page, so as you can see, if you scroll over it, it tells you what kind of page it is. It's already called products, just to kind of avoid confusion. But if you click on the products page, you can rename it whatever you want to, make it hidden, visible. You can tell it how many different categories you want it to display. If you want it to be password protected, you would just type in a password on here and then just give that to your clients. So if there's like, let's say that you wanted to have like a certain products that only certain clients could see, then you can create a new products page, password protected, and then still have it on your store. They would click on it, but nothing would happen. They would just see, the access code for them to put in the password. Then as soon as they put in the password, then they could see, the products that you're offering. So to change the layout, you would just click on the Layout tab, and then right now it's selected as List View and Compact View. So let's say we wanted to see what the standard view looks like and both the category and the actual product itself. So you would select those two, click Save Changes, click View Site, so it refreshes it, go to Products, and you'll see that the layout completely changed. If you go inside one of the categories, you'll notice that this box actually also got bigger because of the different layouts inside that particular product. So I want you guys to kind of troubleshoot the store as if you were the client. So I have an event on here that's called the PhotoBiz Family. This is just a dummy event that I put into my demo account. If I go on here, it's not password protected, so it's not going to ask me to put in any kind of password. But you'll see like all of the different images that I have. It's, as you can see, it's not an actual event. Like I said, it's just a demo. If you scroll over one of the events, click on View, you can add that image to your favorites, or if you click Buy, you're going to see the different products and services that I'm offering on my store. I added the print sizes. These print sizes are just to give you an example of what it can look like. So, I have a 5x7. The pricing that I have on here is not really meant for like any kind of guideline for you guys or anything like that. Like I said, it's really just to give you an example. So I have these print sizes, have a digital image that I can offer my clients, all that kind of stuff. If I click on Other Items, this is what the other items are. So this is what the products are. This is what the packages are. This is what the services are. So if I go to Products, click Select, you'll notice that it looks exactly the same way as the Products page. It's just that it's giving you this preview of the image that you selected that you can add to one of these products. Now, obviously, not all of them are going to ask you to add an image. For example, frames. You really don't need to request your clients to add an image to a frame. But you definitely need it for the gallery wraps, because if not, I mean, how are you going to know what image they want on that particular gallery wrap? So if we exit this and just kind of start all over, as you can see, it's the same layout, but it's through the eyes of the customer. So let's say that you didn't want it to display this way. Let's say that you wanted it to, let's say that you're not going to be offering packages and services, that you only want it to display products. But you don't want it to just say products and then have them click on it. You want it to be more specific. So you want it to say albums or frames or gallery wraps. We can accomplish that by organizing the front end of the store. So what we're going to do is first we're going to add a drop-down menu. So you add this, and now this products page, I'm going to move it down. And if I scroll it up, move it to the right, it's going to drop inside the drop-down menu page. Now, let's say that you only wanted to offer, let's say you wanted to offer your clients the gallery wraps and the frames. So we're going to add one more products page. Again, move it to the right, drops inside. So now what we have to do is that we have to rename this stuff so it can make more sense for your clients. So the drop-down menu, since it's the main page, we're going to call this one products and leave it as visible. The extra products page, we're going to name that frames. Now, this is the key when it comes to organizing your products through different pages. You're renaming it, you're leaving it as visible. Rows doesn't really matter because we really don't have that many. When the bottom section, this is the important part. So on here, because you're going to name this page frames, you only want it to display the frames. So you select the middle option, select frames, and then click Save Changes. Now the next one, if you click on products, we said we were going to offer what? The gallery wraps. So if you go to products, rename this gallery wraps. Scroll down, same thing. You want to select that specific category, click Save Changes. And now if we go into the event itself, so if you go to View Site, go to PhotoBiz Family, click View, click By, Other Items. So you can see the products are now separated by the actual categories of the products. Now we said that we're not going to be offering packages and services. How we control that is through the front end again. So if you go to Site Builder, what we're going to do is basically just delete the packages page because we're not going to use it in either the services page. So if you click View Site, you could have deleted it or you could have just made it not visible. It would have done the same thing, but now if you go into it, click View, click By, there you go. So it kind of takes away that extra step that your clients have to go once they click on products to select either they want a frame or if they want a gallery wrap. Now it's just straight up. So now if you click on frames, it shows you the frame that I'm offering. Now they click on it, they go to the description, click Buy. You know, the whole checkout process is the same. Now, on the products themselves, there's a couple of different things that I kind of wanted to point out because I've noticed that some of our clients are kind of missing those particular features. Is that if you go, for example, on the albums, well, let's go ahead and activate an albums page. So if we go to products, we're going to add a products page. I'm going to drop it inside. We're going to name this one albums. And same thing, category. So this is going to be albums. Save changes. View site. As you can see, the products is now a drop down. So now you go over products. This is not clickable, obviously, because it's just a drop down. But if you go to the albums, it's going to take you just to the albums. Frames, just to the frames, that kind of stuff. So one of the features that I want to point out is, for example, on this album, you know, you have your title of the album, you have your description, how many images you can add, the pricing, and then this sub option or this option is called color. So you can add as many options as you want on a specific product. An option could be like different sizes, different colors, different finishes. In this case, I'm giving you the option of different colors. So a color, let's say that this is the standard. So the wedding album is just a standard, almost like a brown leather kind of color. So if they select that, nothing changes, you know, totally fine. Let's say that you also offer two different colors. You offer it in red and you offer it in black. if here you see that I already have the red leather option. So if you select that, you'll notice that the picture of the album changes. And that's really good for visual purposes for your clients. So when it comes to adding products and packages, if you can create something on Photoshop, or if you actually have actual images of the products themselves, if you can add as many as possible when it comes to like the different colors, the different options, to help your clients understand what it is that they're purchasing, that's going to help kind of simplify and make the customer understand what it is that they're about to purchase. So let's say that we wanted to add a black leather option. So if you go to your products and go to your album that you have on here, go to options. As you can see, I have the options. The sub options are just the standard brown, the red, and let's say that we wanted to add a new one that's black. So it's going to be black leather. And let's say that this one, because it's not very common, or it's just like an extra, we're going to charge an extra $50 for it. So we add that option. As soon as we add that option, it's going to give us an option on the bottom to add an image to it. So if you click Insert from Clipboard, because I already have it on my clipboard, see I already have this on here, click Insert, and if we click View Site, it's going to show you that other color option that we added. So if you click on color, click on black, there you go. Changes the picture, adds the price. So right now it doesn't display, but once you go through the whole checkout process, it's not going to only be $100, it's going to be $150 because of that extra option that you offered. And like I said, you can add as many as you want, so you can have like different sizes, different finishes, pretty much anything. So this is how you can kind of break down like your different subcategories. So we have categories like the frames, albums, gallery wraps, and if you need subcategories, using that options section on your products is how you can accomplish that. Now, let's see here. Now let's talk about your packages. So packages, you basically organize it the same way that we just organized the products. It's according to what you have on the front end. So if you want different packages section, you just add more pages that could be right here. Or you can add a drop-down menu where you can have your different categories. But I did want to talk to you guys about packages. Now packages are very popular. They're used, you use packages to sell in bulk. Overall you get a bigger sale than you do just selling a la carte. It gives you the opportunity to kind of discount prints within the packages to give your customers the feeling that they're getting a deal by purchasing a package, which is an incentive for buyers. Kind of like when you go to like Costco, now you buy in bulk, you're buying more than you probably need, but you actually do get a discount on the individual products themselves. And if you're doing packages, it's basically what you want to do is increase the prices of a la carte to kind of incentivize your clients to go through the packages, and that way, they can actually see the different pricing and say, okay, I'm better off, just buying package A over the individual prints. So some of the pros and cons of packages is that pros is that it can definitely increase your sales by selling in bulk. It gives your client a sense of discount in purchasing. Some of the cons is that it can be fairly confusing for some clients, especially if they're first-time buyers, or if it's the first time that they hired a professional photographer for anything. So if you show them the packages on the store, the first thing that they're going to ask is, what exactly is a package, and why should I not just buy individual prints? So it can also be overwhelming for online shoppers, especially for those people who don't online shop a lot. So it's going to be easier for them to kind of go and just pay for the individual prints and then just submit the order, because some of the packages, like I said, it become overwhelming for your clients. So we're hoping that with this webinar, we can give you some different approaches that you can give your clients to kind of make it easier for them to buy packages and products. But one thing that you should always remember is that your online sales are different than your in-person sales. So if you've been a photographer that's been in business for 20, 15 years, um, most of you have normally a very complex way of selling your prints and packages. So you have your unique way of doing it, but it's different having the person in front of you and tell them, okay, this is our copper package, this is our silver package. With this package, you can exchange a 5x7 for an 8x10, and we're not going to charge you anything extra or anything. You know, it's different having the client in front of you and explaining all that for them. And at the same time, you're just writing everything down and just submitting the order. With online stores, most of the time, those clients are going to be by themselves. They're going to be home. You know, once they put the kids to sleep or something like that, you're probably not going to be available by the time that they're done or they're ready to do something online. So they're not going to be able to contact you some of the times. So you kind of have to put yourself in their shoes. So so we do encourage our clients to go in and add as many products that you want to offer. But like I said, just keep that on the back of your mind that it's always going to be different for clients to purchase online by themselves than having you in front of them kind of walking them through all your different options that you offer. So now we're going to talk about different ways that you can kind of organize your store to make it more simple for your clients to understand what a package is and how to order it. So let's say that you really don't offer individual prints, that you only going to be offering packages. I know that example might not seem realistic for a lot of you, but let's just say that is how you want to do your sales online. If they want to offer, buy an individual print, then they can call you or something like that. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own way of doing it. So we would go into First Site Builder, and let's go ahead and just make this not visible so it won't show up on the front end. So we're going to add a packages page, and we're just going to take the word extra out of it. So click View Site. So you can see we only have the packages. I have one package in there. It kind of gives you, there is no description, just a description here. But then on the description section, you want to go in as detailed as possible what it is that your customer is getting with this package. You want to put the pricing, the number of poses, and the actual print sizes on here. If you can add any kind of images, that would be great because it's going to help your client understand that it's multiple images, just not one. So let's go in and let's just build a couple of packages. So if we go into your store, we go to packages. So let's say that you offer, let's say you're a wedding photographer and you offer two different packages. So you offer package A and package B. So package A is going to be just a fixed package. It didn't ask us to do that because it was already created. But, be package A, description here. You can put in pretty much anything. On the description, actually, by the way, you guys, on the description, you can pretty much add anything. You can add coding on there if you needed to. I had a client that he had a video that he had created that was a promotional video for his for a particular session that he was offering for the holidays. So we ended up doing is creating a product for him. So he would just embed the video on there. So let's say that we wanted to do that. And like I said, this is just as an example, but you can say that, let's say this is a promotional video that you created for a particular product or a package. You would go to you would go to wherever it is that you have your video hosted, like YouTube or Vimeo. So you click on share, click on embed, you would copy the code, you would go into that product section. So let's just start so I won't lose you. So we're in our product packages. We go to package A. On the description, you would just paste the code and click Save Changes. If you view that package on the front end, that video is going to show up. So again, your customers can click play, but again, this is just an example of what you can do on the description section. But you can embed anything. You can put HTML coding if you're good with coding with tables or anything like that. But you can, let's say if you have like a Google Calendar that you wanted to embed, or like a contact form, like a job form that you created, or like a form with like Wufoo or something like that. You would just create that. You can embed it on there. It's going to display on each one of the packages, on the services, on the products, wherever it is that you want it to embed. It's just going to be on the description section. So let's pretend that that's a promotional video for the package. We would go to, on here, we would add all the individual prints. So we have a set of wallets of 8. That's just one set. We have one 5x7, one 8x10, one 11x14, and let's say that we're offering also a digital download. So you put your pricing on here, and this question right here where it says charge tax, if you leave it to yes, it's going to charge whatever tax you have on your shipping, on your taxes section. If you click no, it's going to charge no taxes whatsoever. The same thing with the shipping. So if you have your shipping, if you select no, even if you have a general shipping section on here that's, let's say, 15% off the total sale, if you select no on there, it's going to charge 0 shipping for that particular package. So you have to be careful. So if you want to charge shipping, you would just select yes. If it's a big package that you want to add extra shipping for that particular product, you would just add it here. And again, you won't see it in the beginning, but when you go through the whole checkout process, it will tell you, shipping an extra, let's say $10 that you added or something like that. Poses, a lot of people seem to be confused about poses. Poses is basically the image itself. So let's say you go to this event and say this customer really likes this image. This is one pose. It's one image. If you leave the pose to set to 1, the customer is going to order this image, just this one image, and they'll set of wallets, a 5x7, an 8x10, 11x14, and a digital download. Just one image and all of those different print sizes. If you select the poses to 2, they can select maybe that one image to be the 8 wallets, the 5x7, the 8x10, the 11x14, and they can select a different image to be the digital download. If you select 5, which your maximum should be 5 because your quantity is 5, then they can select a specific image for the wallets, a different image for the 5x7, a different image for the 8x10, and so on and so forth. They don't have to select a different image for each one of them, but by selecting poses of 5, they can. So that is how you set up your poses. Options on the package are going to be the same thing as products. It's going to be like, for example, different colors, different sizes, different sub options that you want to add. The difference between the options on the packages and the options on the products is that on the options on the products, you can increase the pricing according to what option they select. On the packages, there is no extra money on there. It's just whatever sub-options you added, that's it. But there is no extra $5 for the black and white or an extra $10 for the color, none of that. Because the idea behind a package is that a package is a package is a package. You build it, and it's basically, this is what the package is. You just go in, select your images, and check out online. If they wanted to go a little bit more into detail, the client wanted to go a little bit more into detail of, I want this particular image to be and a digital download to be black and white and, that kind of stuff, then that might be better off going through the individual prints instead of the packages. And the images, pretty straightforward. You can just upload, an image for that package. And then you would go to the package itself, and you'll see it on here. So you have your image, you have your video, you have your description, everything on here. Like I said, on the description, just be as detailed as possible so your customers understand what it is that they're purchasing. Now let's add a new package. So this is one of the packages that you're going to be offering. Now let's add a new one. So this is going to be package B. And this one, we're going to change it to flexible. Now, the first one that we did, it was fixed, so meaning that what you listed on the print sizes, that's exactly what they get. With the flexible, they can alternate between different print sizes. I can tell you that the fixed is probably the most popular one because I think a lot of our clients feel that it might confuse their customers as well. But you can always add it on there, especially if you're going to have your clients in front of you that you can walk them through your store, or if you send them like a really detailed email explaining the different different packages and products that you offer, then yeah, I mean, go ahead and add it. I mean, they can always call you if they have any questions, but at the same time, just be mindful about it. If you have 20 different flexible packages, it might be, again, overwhelming for your clients. So on here, we have package B, it's a flexible package, and I think that's going to make more sense once we go through, but let's say that's the pricing on it. We do want to charge taxes. We do want to charge shipping. Now, let's go ahead and add some print sizes. So we're going to add another set of 8 wallets. And we're going to add a 5x7. And we're going to add an 8x10. And an 11x14. So poses, let's say it's going to be 4 and quantity 4. So if you click add package, if we go into the package itself, so we got package A, package B. I haven't uploaded an image, so that's why it's empty. Let's go to the event so it can make more sense. So again, every time that you add something to the store, kind of go through the event section and troubleshoot it as if you're a client. If you're not a photographer and if you really don't have events, you really don't have to do this, because what you see on the packages page is exactly what your customers are going to see. But the majority of our clients, being that they're photographers, most of the times they have events uploaded for the clients. So like I said, you kind of want to go in and just add or kind of go through what your customers would see, so you can get a better feel and see if there's a different way that you can organize it to make it more user-friendly. So we would go into your packages, and let's say we want to add that image to this package, package B. So remember, the package B is a flexible package. So print 1, like I said, we selected quantity 4, or quantity to 4, poses to 4. So they can select 4 different images to go in each one of those slots. Or they can select the same one to go in on all of them. It doesn't really matter. The customer has control over what they want to do. But print 1, as you can see, it doesn't tell you, is it a wallet, is it a 5x10? They actually get to pick. So they can select 4 sets of wallets of 8 if they wanted to with this one image, with this flexible package. Or they can select all 4 of them to be 11x14s and vice versa. Or they can actually go in and kind of, mess around with it and see if they can create like their own custom collage that they can hang on the wall or something like that. So this is what a flexible package. It basically gives your customer the option to add whatever print sizes they want. Obviously, having wallets next to 11x14s doesn't really make a lot of sense, because if you think about it, the customer is going to be paying way too much for just a set of wallets. Or if the pricing is not right, I mean, they could be paying very little money for 4 11x14s. So when you build these packages, just be conscious about what your customers can actually order from these, because I mean, like I said, they can order 4 11x14s and 4 different kinds of images, and if you're not careful with your pricing, you can lose a lot of money on those. So just be careful with those, with the flexible package. I think they're appealing, but just be mindful, and like I said, just troubleshoot it as if you were the client. So now, another thing that I wanted to show you is that, let's say, for example, that like I had spoken earlier before, that you only want to offer packages, that you don't want to offer print sizes. Right now, as you can see, everything is still showing up. So we still have the products, we still have the packages. So this is all we have to do. We go into the site builder, and we're going to create a price list. So if you go to, if we go to store, go to price list, and we got to add a price list that's going to be packages only. So here we're going to say no products, packages. Let's say that we want to offer both. We don't want to offer services, no registrations, no print sizes, no print options. We're going to leave the shipping and event renewals just in case they have to renew the event. So we add price. Now we go into the event that we have. In this case, it's the PhotoBiz family. So if you go to PhotoBiz family and click on where it says price list, that's where you would change it. And that's the only thing that they're going to see is the products and packages that you activated on the price list. So that's where you would go in and add different print sizes, different pricing for different clients. The best way to explain this for your clients, or to you guys, excuse me, is that if you do a lot of different type of photography, so if you're a wedding photographer, you're also a family photographer, you're also a newborn photographer, boudoir, whatever, as you can see, it's only displaying the packages now. There's no prints or anything like that. You go to select, and it displays the packages that we created. The price list is where you want to go in and select those different products for those particular clients. So the best way to explain this is that you want to go in, add every single package, every single product that you can think of. So you have albums, you have frames. Let's say you have a different type of category that's going to be wedding albums. So we just add it. And then inside that category, you would just add the wedding albums inside that category. So you would go in and add every single product and package that you can imagine. The same thing with services. Any kind of service that you're going to be offering, just go ahead and add every single category that you can think of. The same thing with the prints. So right now I have these prints that's what you were seeing every single time. But let's say that this is a price list for portraits, but for weddings the pricing is going to be different. So let's say that the digital download for weddings, let's say this one's actually $50 for $50 for them instead of the original 20. I think it was 50. Oh, they're both 50. But you get my point. You can just change this to whatever. So you would go in, like I said again, add every single print size, every single product that you can imagine, and then how you would separate it is through the price list. So we have the packages only price list. If you want to have a weddings price list, you would just go and add weddings. And then you would just go in and select what products you wanted to display when they log into their event. In your case, or in this case, let's say we didn't want to offer any of that, but we did obviously want to offer the wedding albums. The same with the print sizes. We don't want it to display digital image $50 and digital image $100. So we're going to unselect those other ones and then just leave the digital download for the weddings. Then you would just add it. Just remember that whenever you create it, you go into the event and assign that particular price list to that event. So the services, the events, works the same way as the packages when it comes to organizing it. So again, you can go in, you can create a new tab on the top that says weddings. That would be all of the event weddings, or weddings that are events that are weddings. The same thing with portraits. In this case, I only have one tab on the top that's called events, but really you can rename that to client login. And it probably makes more sense than having events, because a lot of clients are not going to, or a lot of your customers are not going to understand what events are. So client login, there's their event, they click on it. If it's password protected, they can just type in their password. So just to recap, what we did is that we just talked about some of the different, how to organize your products and packages using the different, their specific pages, how to organize it using drop downs, and particularly how to organize it using your price list. That way you can separate different costs, different products according to who the customer is. One last thing that I kind of wanted to mention was, remember that I had spoken in the beginning, is that you want to go in and you want to make sure that you kind of troubleshoot everything that you do, every single product that you add, and just imagine that you're the client. Just go in, pretend that you're a customer, see if your online store makes sense. Make it as user-friendly as possible. Shop your own store, see if it makes sense. And just make it to where the customers don't have to take too many steps to get to the product that they're looking for. An example that I wanted to give you, I was speaking to one of our clients in the UK, and we're actually talking about SEO, but we were talking about his website and an online store that he was using. That wasn't ours, it was a different companies, but he was using us for the website, and he was using a third-party company for the online store. And he was saying that on their e-commerce solution that they had, the customer had to go through and kind of go through 3 different steps to get to a particular product. And what he found out is that there was a way that he can actually just send the customers a direct link for a particular product. You can do that with our system as well. So if you wanted to send this particular package to a customer, you can just copy the link on the top, or if you click on the share button on the bottom, you can copy the direct link. And he was saying that by giving the customers that option of sending them directly either via email or through Facebook, if you're messaging through Facebook, or through Google Hangouts, is that by sending them that direct link, after 3 months, he actually saw his sales increase by 20%. So again, like I said, you want to go in, you want to make it as user-friendly as possible. Don't give your clients too many steps to go through for them to find their particular event or their particular product, because people like to buy, but they don't like to wait in line. People don't like to be sold, but they still like to buy. So just make it as user-friendly. It's right there in front of you. If you want one of these images, just click on it. There's no print sizes for them to get confused. There's no album section for them to get confused. The packages are right there. And you can even have it to where, let's just say that there's one package that you wanted to offer, you would just take out the other one. And then just having the one package with the description, this is exactly what it is, these are your options, and then just check out online. All right, so this concludes our presentation here with the online store. Now we're going to go through and see if we have any to the question and answer section. See if we any of you have any questions. Okay, so we're looking at through some of the questions that we have on here. We're going to try our best to answer all of them. We do see a couple that are account specific, so we'll create a support ticket for you and have one of our support agents give you a call. But we'll just kind of go through some of the more general ones for everybody to understand the actual question. Let's see here. There was one on here that was asking if there was a storage limit. Obviously with PhotoBiz, we do have different products that we offer, such as the website, the client proofing, and the store. And the membership plan that you're paying us is according to the amount of images that you can upload. So with the store, it's the same thing. So if you're paying us, let's say $15 a month, that gives you 200 images that you can upload. If you need more, in your case with the store, you probably would need more. So if you have several events, let's say you get to the busy season, you need to upload several weddings, you would go in, create the events, upload those images for your clients. But the good thing is that once those events are done, you can go ahead and delete them and then just downgrade back down to the smaller plan. By doing that, by being proactive about the expired events, the ones that are the clients already submitted their orders, you can save a lot of money because you can create space for your new clients. And in some instances, when it's the season kind of slowed down, you can go all the way back down to $15 a month, and then just kind of save money with that. And remember that the biggest advantage with us is that we're not taking any commission off your sales. So the imaging plan will have to go up accordingly, but we're not taking any 15-20% off your sales, which can really sum up at the end of the year. Yeah. Okay. I have one here from Holly Montgomery. It says, in packages, I would like the option for them to add an extra pages for the album to their album for additional fee. On the packages, there really isn't a way of doing that, not in the options section, because as we had mentioned, the packages, a package is a package, so what you see is what you would get. But how you can accomplish that is by creating new packages. So let's say you have package A that has 50 pages. You can create a new package that would be package A plus that would have 70 pages. So on the description, you would make sure to say, this is the same thing as package A, but it comes with an extra 20 pages. I hope that makes sense. This other question is by Adolfo. Yeah, with the store, if you have a PayPal account, you can go ahead and just attach your PayPal account to the store, and they can pay using their own PayPal account or with a credit card. I have another one from Catherine Bliss. Sales taxes. If you don't have sales taxes in your state, then you really don't have to do that. But you can go in and add specific sales taxes according to what state people are ordering from. Or in your case, you can just not charge them taxes. But the best people to answer your question would be probably your commerce department from your state, and then just your financial advisor, your accountant, and just call them, tell them that you have an online store and you're going to be making sales online, that some of them might not be from in-state, and just they will be the ones to best tell you how to handle that. But with the store, you can not charge taxes, or charge taxes state specific, or charge taxes across the board. So if in your case, since you're in Alaska, since there are no state taxes, I don't think you have to worry about it. But if you were, for example, where we are in North Carolina, and you wanted to charge 8% sales tax as we have across the board, then you can do that on the store. I'm not saying that that's what you would have to do, but that's an option that you have. All right, another question is from Robert Curtis. You were asking if there was how the banking was handled with the payment, what the transaction was handled. We do have different merchants that you can use. For example, PayPal, as we had just mentioned. There's some other merchants such as iTransact and Authorize.net that you can create a contract with and just attach it to your store. But you know who that you would basically just set that up with them. So if you wanted the money to go to like a specific checking account or savings account, you would set that up through them, because with the store, it's really just more of the just kind of the actual ordering process. When it comes to the banking, that's completely through the merchant. And in some cases, for example, if you wanted to use PayPal, then the money would just go to your PayPal account. Okay, another question that we got from a lot of people, it seems like. With the PhotoBiz Store, we don't do any print fulfillment, so you have complete control who you want to use. But at the same time, like I said before, we don't take any commission off your sales. So with us, you would go in. It's just membership related per the image plan. So you would just go in, add your images for your clients so they can go in and make their orders. We don't see any of the money that goes through your merchant, but then you have complete control who you want to use to fulfill your prints. So you can use like a specific company for your prints, a different one for your canvases, a different one for like different products that you might be offering, like iPhone covers or whatever. But no, we don't shove a specific print lamp down your throat, or we don't take any commissions whatsoever. So you have complete control of who you want to use. I have a question here from Alicia. You're having a question how to integrate your testimonials on your store. The store is really just for selling purposes, so it would just be products pages, packages pages, services pages, and all that kind of stuff. If you've seen some of the stores that do have that capability, like for example, like that Blair Phillips store that we have in the background, that is actually the store and the biz site. So like the home page, it's the marquee page of the biz site. But again, the testimonials, you would ideally want them on your main website, because the store is really just for ordering purposes. For Andrea Fox, I believe it's pronounced, we'll create a support ticket for you. That's actually a little bit more account specific. So I'll just create a ticket for you, and you'll hear from us pretty soon. I have a question from Marty. The store, you were asking if the store was added to a new account or to an existing account. The store is just a new product that you can add to your existing account. It's just an add-on product that you have access to, that you can purchase. Once you purchase it, you can go in and automatically have access to the control panel and start building it. But it is an add-on product. I have another question from T.R. McLean. You're asking, how do I find out what the customers ordered? On the PhotoBiz Store, there is an overview section where you can go to your orders and then just search it either by date, by the customer, or something like that, and then from you can change your dates. And then once you click search, it will populate the orders that you received. If you click on it, it's going to give you a little bit more details of what the customer ordered. But you're also going to get an email. So you'll receive an email from the store letting you know who the customer is, what they ordered, um, and then you would take that email and fulfill the order for your clients. But you can also go in here and go and search through the order section of the store. And this is again through your store control panel, then overview, and then orders. You can also do reports. So if you wanted to print reports for accounting purposes, you can do that. Another cool thing with the store is the event tracking. So if you wanted to know on the store, once you make it password protected and require your clients to put in a password to view their event, if you go to events and event tracking, you can search it by the categories, by the different events, but you'll be able to see how many visits you've gotten per event. And if you click view, it's going to show you. In this case, it doesn't, but it was going to show you the emails that they've used to log in. So you can use that for email collection as well. Okay, I have a question from Alicia. Basically, it seems like you have the Flash website. The Flash website is your main site, is a portfolio site. The store is just an add-on product that you would add to your website, and you would just attach it to your main site, to your Flash site, using like an external link, and then just call it something like online ordering or something like that. Then once they click on it, it's going to take them to your store portion of your website. The question from Catherine, yes, that is correct. So like I said, we don't do any other print fulfillment, but you have complete control of who you want to use, and you would fulfill the shipping and all that kind of stuff for your client. I have another question from Cecile. Yeah, if your clients created, well, the question is, are clients able to view their order history? And the answer is yes. But your clients do have to create an account on the store. If you go back into my demo, do you see on the top right-hand corner where it says sign in? If you encourage your clients to click on the sign in button first before they go to their event and create an account, once they create an account, they can view their order history. And also that's going to benefit them because if they create an account on the store and if they go to the client login and view the images, whatever they did on the event, such as add images to the favorites or add images to the cart, that's going to save it all for them so they can go back in a later date and not lose everything that they've done so far. But they only can accomplish that if they create an account on your store first. I have a question here from Jennifer Ritter. It says, is there a need for client viewing if you're on your main site, or should we just direct clients straight to the store? And in your case, it seems like you've been a client for a while, so it's possible that you have your portfolio site, you also have the client viewing, and you may also already have the store. Ideally, you would use one or the other. So if you have the client viewing, you would only use it for customers that are not going to be making orders online. And the store, you would use it for customers that are going to be making the orders online. So using both is kind of redundant because you're going to be creating the event twice. So it would really be more of a, you would either use one or the other according to the client. So if you have like special events that, let's say that they just paid you like a session fee, and that session fee includes you just giving them all the images or something like that, that's where you would use the client viewing, just to give the clients the opportunity to view the images, but the store is specifically for ordering. And in your case, if you have both, it would depend on what what the contract was with your client, but you would use either one or the other. I have another question from Catherine. They were saying, well, the question is, are you going to have a webinar on the best sites and how to integrate the best site to the store, such as how Blair Phillips does? We currently have a webinar on our YouTube channel. I can't remember the exact title, but it's an introduction to the best sites. And I think that would be what you're looking for, Catherine, because on the best site we show you exactly the type of pages that you get, and then the store portion that you can just use this webinar when it comes to the e-commerce solution.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us today and attending this webinar. It looks like we are just out of time. So if you did have any additional questions, we are going to save the questions, and we'll go back and we'll actually answer them for you. We'll have a support team member contact you. So again, we are going to put this webinar on YouTube, so you'll be able to view it. And If you do have any additional questions that are specific to your account, just pick up the phone, give us a call Monday through Friday from 9 to 8 p.m. here, and you can speak to one of our passionate support team members. We'll be more than glad to answer any questions that you have about your store. And if you're unsure of the store's functionality or if it's something that you're going to be needing, you can always call us too, and we'll be more than glad to fill you in at what the store does as well. If you guys are looking to see any of our other webinars, there's probably a good chance that we have covered it already. You can actually just head over to our YouTube channel and go to youtube.com/photobiz, and you're going to see our whole entire channel here. So while you're there, be sure to click on subscribe, and that way you get updated with any new videos that are uploaded. And when you go here, you can actually see all of our different videos that we've uploaded on here. So we've got videos from guest speakers, and we've got videos from PhotoBizers employees like Raul that are online. So you can see all kinds of different webinars that are on there. So what you'll want to do, next webinar we have coming up is with Brett Tyler. It's on the 11th at 2 p.m. and it's going to be Wedding Photography Made Simple. It's you can find more information about this webinar just by attending our blog, and you can go to blog.photobiz.com to learn more about it. And again, we want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. So this is going to conclude today's episode of PhotoBiz Live. Have a great day, everybody.